rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledged knowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief rock at Knicks Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezie. And welcome to the premiere Knicks in the Nighttime joint. It's the Knicks at Night podcast. Salute everybody. Thank you for everybody watching us on YouTube. Thank you, everybody watching us on X. We have quite the show. The title is This Move Can Define the Knicks next 5 years, for better or for worse. Right, I'm rocking the spot. I got Coach here, rocking the spot. Whitney, Coach, what's good, bro?
Just rocking on Knicks Boulevard.
Yeah, man. What's good, bro?
Things are getting close.
It's getting close, bro.
Even on this lovely, fine football day, which my Baker Mayfield-led Bucks won another last-minute win, giving me heart attacks up in here.
Yeah. Chris
got
me so.
I know, man. I had him on my fantasy too, but yeah, man, we'll take him a little bit to get back in the swing of things. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
man, I'm still. I don't know if it's an overreaction or what, but man, them Knicks look pretty good in them 2 preseason games.
Right.
I like what's been popping.
There's some things I like. There's some things I really didn't like.
Right.
I want to get to that maybe on another show, or maybe if we have some time. Tonight. Salute to the chat. Coach. HRM is in the building. And I think Sherwin is in the building. Salute. And Wayne Peterson is in the building. Pete, what's good, bro? Randall is in the building. Salute.
Yeah, man.
So the word on the street is so here's the thing, man. I'm gonna just can I keep it a stack with you? Or you want me to shoot you the gas?
I always want that stack, bro.
Yeah, because here's the thing. How is it that when the Knicks aren't interested in maybe making a move, Knicks fans are like, "Yo, that's the way I like it, son. Mafia style, real gangsters move in silence and violence." You know what I'm saying? Like it's that, right? But then when it comes to like the Knicks. When it comes to Knicks fans can't figure out what the roster's gonna look like, they're like, nah, man. Leon Rose was down on Main Street talking about he gonna trade Malcolm Brogdon, right? Like how is it that when it fits our narrative, we say certain things based on what our narrative, with how we feel, right? Like when Leon Rose don't have a clear move, we like, yo. Nah, man, real gangsters be silent, bro. I like Leon Rose not talking. I like the organization being buttoned up, bro. I don't like gossip and all that stuff coming out, man. about the Knicks, bro. I'm tired of that.
He's too busy. He's too busy working.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me? And then and then it's like when we're trying to figure out who's going to be the 15th man on the roster for the first time in forever, it actually matters. We're like, nah, we just going to trade all the young kids to get picks so that we can sign Garrison Mathews to be our 15th guy. I know he won't play. I know he won't ever play. But just in case Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Deuce McBride, and all of them get hurt, just in case, like, all of them get into a cab accident and they're out for the season, Garrison Mathews is going to be here to save our season.
Gary Bird.
Now, that's one side of it. That's me being facetious, right? That's the me being facetious part. Now, the other part to it is building a championship roster is tough. And when you're building a championship roster, sometimes you're going to have to make the tough and unpopular decision that benefits you in the moment, but doesn't benefit you in the long term.
Right.
And so sometimes you will have to cut off your nose to spite your face at times, right? Because nobody will remember such and such and such happened, but if you do that move and it wins you a championship, they remember that part forever, right? So sometimes you have to cut off your nose to spite your face if it guarantees you a championship, right? And so Knicks fans have this ongoing situation where Leon Rose, Coach, when's the last time you heard Leon Rose speak?
I mean, it's been a while. Probably back when we met, it was the trade deadline last year.
Right.
They interviewed him, I think, or something. This is the last time unless I saw him on, was he on the Roommate show?
What, Leon Rose? Nah, that was Dolan.
Oh yeah, Dolan was on there. So was Tibbs sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you don't address. I bet you Leon Rose is one hell of a Texas Hold'em player.
Oh no! Wait, hey Coach, I got a damn. God damn it!
What? Bad news? Good news?
Yeah, my homeboy just died.
Oh man.
Yeah, my homeboy just passed away. Hey, go ahead and rock, bro. I'll be back.
All right, man. Well, while Freezie works on that, fellas and ladies, just want to put it out there. Don't forget those people out there. You know, tell someone you ain't talked to in a while. You love them. You're thinking about them. You know, you never know when someone you love's time is up. I'm sure we've all dealt with that one way or another with a family member, an old friend, you know. But not sure exactly, Freezie, the move that could define the next 5 years. I think pretty much what he's referring to was, you know, this next decision we're going to make on these last few roster spots are probably going to determine an all-in right now and for the next couple of years, or, you know, we're going to still stay really good and competitive and still chip away and work on some young guys in the background. either way, we haven't. I don't think we've been all in on either one of those strategies in the recent history because we haven't had a roster this good in a long time. So obviously, we couldn't ride out this idea. With that being said, something I did want to look at personally, I know this is just the first two games, and they were both against, the 76ers, who we know they're not the best competition. However, I'm not worried about what they did or didn't do. I'm more worried about what we did and what we didn't do. And what we did do is look like a team that was looking to play like a team. I think there was some conscious effort to pick up the pace, ball movement, some energy on both sides of the ball. There was a lot of more unselfishness going on. And I see 21 guys that are fighting to be on this team that want to be here. They're not just looking for their next contract. I think all these guys legitimately want to be on the New York Knicks because they know we're building something special here. So if we look at the roster right now, the current makeup, we can obviously say, barring pending trades or whatever, the core, the Brunson, OG, Cale Bridges, Matt. Hey, sorry, man. I'm sorry for your loss, brother.
Yeah, man. It's tough being a grown up, bro.
I know, man, especially when you get up to the age we're at.
Yeah.
It starts making you think about your own mortality and how you playing with fire. When I had just seen that Arthur Jones passed away too, he's only 39 years old, man.
John Jones's brother?
Yeah. He passed away 2 days ago, bro. I'm like, what? And I think about people's lifestyles and, there's all kinds of, genetics come into play and all that. And I know I'm a bigger than average dude, and I've worked in the medical field for a long time, and I don't see many 400 plus pound 70 and 80-year-olds walking around.
Nah, you're not gonna see them, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So
you know what that mean. You know what that mean for us.
Exactly.
We gotta get skinny, or we ain't gonna be here. It's only two outcomes. But just real quick, man. It was our homeboy David. He was diagnosed with brain cancer, and he was like, the best of us. Like he was the best person in the entire crew. And it was like, in a way, if anything was that, why do the bad things always happen to the best people, man? You know what I'm saying? And so it's one of them things, man, where he ate right, was a good person in the community, always would do legit, how you hear the term give you the shirt off his back. He would legit do that and flex muscles to make you laugh at the same time. He was that kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
The guy that Coach, he was the only reason why he wasn't here with me, you and Teddy to do the music thing, is because of his condition.
Damn, man.
So Hey, yeah, so yeah, chat. That's kind of like one of the things I was dealing with in the background, man. It's one of the things that y'all don't know about. And I don't want to be a downer here because I know y'all come to talk Knicks. And I started the show, not knowing that. I mean, I legit left from over there about 7:00. Like, at least I did get to see him before, you know what I'm saying, before he passed away. So
yeah, man, bless you and his family. And
yeah, man.
that's,
man. And my guy, his brother is just like us, coach. Like for chat, his brother is like my brother. Legit, when I was down and out, his brother used to prop me up. And I don't mean in that sense. I mean in a sense like, you know how, like, as a man, you know how sometimes you get to them dark places because you have these problems that you can't figure out, and it seems like the whole world is stacking the deck against you to, you know what I'm saying? You know how you get to them places, like you get in those why me places, and his brother was the guy for me. Like, hey man, don't worry, hey man, just go play the game, bro. Free your mind, man. Don't try to be Atlas. Don't put the world on your shoulders, man. Just keep on keeping on.
yeah.
You know. So yeah, I know he hurting right now. When I saw him, he was hurting. Right. And this is before David passed away. So I just texted him and told him, man, that, you know, I'm gonna call him later on, man. It's almost midnight here on the East Coast. I'll probably go over there and hang out with them for a little bit and see what I can do to be helpful. But for right now, the title of the show, man, this move could define the next 5 years for better or for worse. So
yeah. So when you say this move, you mean like the direction we take with this back end of our roster?
Yeah. The decision to go all in and scrap kids.
Oh, gotcha.
The move is not a specific trade. The move is the direction that you decide to go in.
Right.
So
yeah, we're you know, and the thing is, we've seen organizations make this pivot with less, you know, like with what we got that's in there entering or in mid prime right now.
Right.
It's almost a no brainer. You have to, it is a win now. And we've seen it firsthand with, you know, when they thought the Nuggets were going to win a bunch in a row. And that only happened that one time. You know, with Boston.
Right.
They thought there was going to be a little dynasty there. They just had that one. You
right.
know? So that's putting the league on notice. Like, you ain't guaranteed nothing. It's like, you know, it ain't all going to be like the Warriors and the Spurs anymore. Like,
right.
There's the roster makeups are different. You know, both of those teams, they hit on their draft picks. You know,
and they developed their draft picks also. That's the key part also.
Like both of those teams had 2 or 3 guys they wound up drafting as their core. You know, and they hit and they brought in other guys to match that. Like, luckily, we acquired our core at a decent enough age where they still got a good 4 or 5 year run in them, you know, like elite level, like 4 or 5 years left. So, I mean, I kind of have to agree. I'm not saying sell the house, you know, like everything. I mean, it's always nice to have 1 or 2 on the back burner, you know, slow simmering, getting a taste of the kind of like the way Kawhi slid in to the back end of the Spurs thing, but it's nice to have someone on the back burner that steps up and all of a sudden benefits from playing with a lot of star players, because sometimes a younger guy that's just coming up, his development gets fast forwarded in a certain environment, like some guys are a slow burn because they're stuck in a bad system and a bad team,
right?
And they don't find their legs until they get good enough to do it on their own and don't need help. But when you're on a team like this is where diamonds in the rough come out of nowhere and take the next step in their career, because they don't have that pressure to carry an organization. Like when a lottery pick goes to a team, usually they're expected to make an immediate impact on a team. When you're counting on guys that are getting in the late first, second round picks and stuff, they don't have the pressure to help their team win right away. They just got to get good enough to make the roster and hopefully the rotation. So that's what I'm hoping we have with these
I'm gonna see it on the other side of that, Coach.
Yeah, go ahead.
And so the side I want to see it on is this. If this was a decision where you're getting well, let me do this. Hey Fritz, what's good, bro?
What's up, Fritz?
Hey, what's going on?
Good to see you. Hear you.
Yeah, I'm listening. It seems interesting.
Yeah, damn right, it's interesting. Talking about what show you on, bro? This is Lawrence Tears.
Yeah.
It seems interested.
No, I'm. Hey, if you're gonna take the other side, I wanted to hear it.
Yeah.
So you're saying? I mean, I'll just name the 4 youngins that are floating around right now. Dottie, Kolek, Huckporty, McCullough, Diawara. So those guys are on notice in your eyes?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Ultimately, what I'm getting at is I understand if they take that stance,
right,
and why, right? Because if it were man-child is in the building, salute. If it was an issue where maybe the Knicks won a championship 6 or 7 years ago, and this time they decide to not go all in and just play this thing out and maybe wait till the trade deadline to see what asset is performing and go after that guy while that asset is hot, and maybe even if they pay a steep price, pay that price. Kind of like how in Major League Baseball, where you go get a red hot reliever at the trade deadline to help you in your push in the playoffs.
Right.
I could see if they did it that way. Right. And then I kind of understand. I could see it on all sides, to be frank. So
yeah. No, and I wouldn't be surprised. And at the same as you, like I wouldn't be mad at it. Like I said, I've always stood on the last 3 years, back when we were holding on to the young guys and picks.
Right.
I've always been the one that's like, I'm tired of waiting on the crock pot. You can make mac and cheese in a crock pot all you want.
Right.
But sometimes you just slap that Easy Mac in the microwave. Sometimes that hits,
Something, yeah.
But the way we're doing it, some homemade mac and cheese. I don't think it's it's not quite a slow cooker, but it's definitely putting together some ingredients and making it better than a box mac and cheese. This is definitely like 7 cheese.
Right. Right. Yeah, I see Sherman says we draft second round picks and talking development. What do you want on the team? Hey man, hey dog, to be honest with you, your starting point guard is a second round pick. He was developed.
Second team All NBA.
His backup, Malcolm Brogdon, guess what? He's a second round pick. He won rookie of the year. I mean,
wasn't a guy that was some he's like been the MVP a couple of years. What was his name again?
Yeah. Oh, Jokic. Yeah.
He was a second round pick, wasn't he?
It don't matter where you find them, bro. It don't matter where you find these guys from is not as important as how you develop them and bring out their core NBA strengths and develop those strengths and try to shore up their weaknesses or at least hide them.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Coach. Hey, hey Fritz, what's on your mind, bro? I saw you did a show. I didn't get a chance to watch it, man. What's been going on?
Yeah, I was just kind of talking about the roster situation. And just a thought.
I was gonna have a money question for you, Fritz, eventually too.
Sure.
But I wanted to keep in line with the show content. I'm sure we can get to that.
But yeah, it was more like, you know, a lot of people were like, "Hey, we're gonna get rid of one of the kids to keep Shamet," and that's the way they've been phrasing it. Is we're gonna dump one of the kids for Shamet.
Right. That's what's happening.
And I don't think that's an accurate representation. The Knicks are gonna do something that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, with 15 spots, you can keep all the kids and Shamet.
But the thing is, maybe the Knicks are looking more long term, or it doesn't mean that, hey, one of these two guys isn't valued as much as Shamet. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I don't understand.
Like, it could be like a long play. It could be, hey, I you know what? We can really use that first round pick at the deadline, and we can have 2 first round picks and get a difference maker. Or we could really use that first round pick next summer. Or let's consolidate. Let's consolidate. We just have too many guys who aren't impacting the roster. Maybe I go from 2 guys who aren't going to be in the rotation, and I get back 1 guy who's going to be in the rotation. So I mean, there's just so many different angles the Knicks can go at, that the assumption that, hey, these kids just aren't good, and then Landry is decent, even though he may be still situational, I don't think is accurate.
Yeah.
So I think people have to look, like, there could be a bigger play. There could be more reasons than Shamet is playable and these kids aren't playable. There's more. I think you have to think deeper than that.
That's not how I'm thinking. I don't think Coach is thinking that way either. I think that might be a broad overview, like, of what people are putting in the chat.
But I'm just saying, like,
maybe some people on some other shows saying some nonsense, like.
But these are Knicks channels, and then this is what's kind of going out there. I'm like,
that's why I don't always watch.
I don't think that's accurate.
I don't always watch all these Knicks channels because
I mean, what I'm seeing right now is the Knicks have 12 players right now under contract, right?
Yeah.
And of those 12, Dottie, Kolick, and Huck Porty are the youngins that have a guaranteed salary.
Okay.
Okay, so with that being said, there's 3 other minimum salary spots that to make 15. Because even if you use those 3 spots on Brogdon, Shamet, and Gary Mathews, say, Brogdon, like no matter what, each one of them, it only costs, what is it, 2.23 on the salary cap, even though Brogdon's going to get 3 point something as a 10-year vet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you roll out those last 3 spots to them guys and make McCullough, Diawara, and I don't know, maybe that Jameson 2-way guys, there's your 18. So like, I don't know if.
But the issue is not roster spots, bro. The issue is money.
The thing is that the guys towards the back end that we have, they all make such a minimum amount. We couldn't get anything in return unless we gave up more than one.
Yeah. Consolidate.
Right? Yeah, like you were saying.
Yeah, you're either giving up more than one or you're giving up picks.
Like the only 3 players that make more than minimum on our bench, and I'm not saying I want to trade them, but I'm just saying the 3 guys are Josh, Mitch, and Deuce. And I'm talking about the guys that are tradable. Because Yabusele and Clarkson, obviously, we just acquired them, so they're not tradable.
And we really sound front office-y right now. Like we sound front office-y, bro. Like legit, like NBA players go out there with pocket protectors and dribble calculators, bro. They don't.
They should.
It's a sport. It's a sport, bro.
No,
Legitimately, the reason why the front office and listen, I think it's nonsense, right? Because the thing is, in Leon Rose' 6 off seasons, in his 6 off seasons, the main thing we know about Leon Rose is that the Knicks front office is buttoned up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we know. That's a fact, right? That's not disputable. Now, the rumor that somebody is on the move because the Knicks like a certain guy, I'm not sure where it came from. But if all of a sudden now the Knicks front office is leaking, as opposed to, maybe this is being made up in the media, it's to me, based on how things have played themselves out historically, I think this is a media-driven narrative because Knicks fans need something to talk about during a boring summer,
mm-hmm.
right? Because ultimately, if the Knicks make a move where they trade a highly drafted 2nd-round pick and a guy that was traded late in the 1st round to make room for Landry Shamet and Garrison Mathews, basically they swapped a 1st-round pick and a high 2nd-round pick for guys that could have been signed to any other roster during free agency.
That's poor planning.
And regardless how we try to repackage that and rephrase that, 29 other front offices are going to look at this front office and see that a late 1st-round pick and an early 2nd-round pick were moved in order for the Knicks to add guys that were signed late in free agency. And we can dress it up like 1,000 different ways, but that's basically what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. And for me, when I mentioned those 2 guys, I'm not saying they should be on the back end because they should be there instead of the young ones. That's assuming that either the young ones are playing that well and they're going to be in the rotation, at least part-time, or we're getting something else in return through college consolidation that's even better than those said Garrison Mathews and Landry Shamet, to where you keep those guys on the back end of your roster for veteran presence who can step in an off night or an injury thing, and they're pros and they'll give you something,
Yeah.
But that's assuming we use Dottier, Kolick, Huckporty to get a real another young piece that's actually
I think
contribute even more. Yeah.
Let me add this to what you and Miguel P are saying. In my perspective, in my opinion, you don't wait till now in order to do this.
Nope.
Right. There are when you do transactions, basically, you want to transact when everybody is at the transaction table, right? When are all front offices at the transaction table? Mostly 2 times a year. Your NBA trade deadline and your NBA draft. Right? So to me, it is reckless and irresponsible to let the NBA draft come by in that window where everybody is at the table, exchanging assets and manipulating their roster because of they know what they want to do in future moves, right? If you're at the draft, you can do trades to slot and reslot in order to save dollars. And I know what people are going to say, man, no, they don't always do that. That's BS. Because the Knicks did that last year in the Tyler Kolick, Malcolm Brogdon draft. They legitimately exchanged draft slots, moved around so that they can save money and be more flexible with the spending. And to say that they couldn't do it this year at the draft is naive. Because the thing is in my opinion, when you listen to smart people say stuff like, hey man, Brock Aller is really smart and dedicated to doing these certain things, and then the very next year when the opportunity is there and he doesn't do it, to say, nah, they don't do that kind of stuff. It sounds like I can't listen to what people are saying because they just say these things. Whatever fits the narrative of the moment is what they say. And that's, as a Knicks fan, we can't follow that. As a Knicks fan, we legitimately want to be able to trust our source. Like, if these people are trusted sources for information, they have to be on point all the time and not just say things because it may help their news channel get more views.
Also, Freezie, they've known this since July. Like, the names have changed. We knew we were going to try to get a guy for TPMLE, $5 million, and then the rest were going to be minimum. Like, we knew this since July. Only since July you knew
about the TPLE.
No, but I mean the Knicks.
That's what you just said, though. That's what you just said.
No, I didn't say only since. I'm just
saying. You said
we've known this
since July, and I just asked you, did they only know it since July?
No, I'm saying they've known this. This situation, the situation has been in their face since July.
And I'm asking you, did they only know this since July?
No, they've known that before then.
Okay. Okay. So it's not since July. So they've known this for a while.
They've known this a while. As fans, we known, hey, this is what we're working with since July. But before then, they had a plan.
Yeah, but the thing is, at the draft,
hold on, Coach. Hold on.
They didn't know we were getting.
Coach, hold on. Fritz was saying he's getting a.
So just the thought of the Knicks are like in a hole trying to figure out who's gonna go to get Landry Shamet doesn't make sense to do it last minute. Like, you would have done this before if it was about Landry Shamet. If it was about saving that spot, they would have done it back then. They wouldn't have done it now. when it was easier to do. They would have done it then. If it was about getting 2 minimum contracts, they would have did it back then.
I don't understand your point, Coach.
No,
Coach, you understand what he's saying?
No, but
I think it's Shamet's always been the end of the roster backup plan.
Yeah.
If nothing else better falls in. He's like that. No offense, ladies, but he's that lady when you first go into the club and you set it up at the beginning, like, hey, how you doing? And then you go off and, you talk to some other ladies that you're really trying to get home. But then at the end of the night, hey, remember me? You go back to
You a dog, bro.
Coach, wow. Coach. Coach had a plan.
I wouldn't do that nowadays. I was back in the early 20 days. I was a bad young man then. No, but like what I was getting at, and this, I don't know if this coincides with what Fritz was saying a little bit. At the time of the draft, we didn't know we were getting Clarkson and Yabusele yet. Okay, we got them after the draft.
But we know the slots were there, like the amount.
I understand the slots, but we don't know the names of that. The fact that Jordan Clarkson became available in that manner, the fact that Yabusele wanted to come here and take the mid-level exception to come here, I don't think Leon Rose expected and knew he was going to get those two quality of players for those slots. So therefore, when that happened, it changed a little bit of our, I don't want to say trajectory. It was like, whoa, we just got these two guys on a pretty good situation and contract. I didn't know we were going to get these two guys. And then all of a sudden you're telling me we got Malcolm Brogdon creeping too now? We can get him for next to nothing? So that's where Freezie's reasoning comes to play. It fast forwarded a clock that was already win now. Now it's really win now at this point because of the excitement of who we actually got.
I know we're excited on who we got, but this doesn't change the fact that the salary slot never changed. Like if they knew that we're going to try to get another minimum in that slot, they could have done this 2 months ago.
But the thing is, it's not about the kind of player you can get at that minimum. Like those two, Jordan Clarkson is not a minimum salary guy.
That was early. That was July.
Yeah, but it was still after the draft, though.
I know, but it was July.
Yeah,
I'm talking July. That's why I said July. I'm like, hey, this situation, they knew in July, like this situation was where we're at. Like for fans to think, hey, you know what, this is just kind of thrown in the Knicks lap, and then now we just kind of have to look at Kolek for. No, they knew him for a few months, and how they throw scenarios together. This isn't. Let's get rid of somebody to put someone somewhere. This is more than that.
Right, but if you would have told yourself this in the middle of last year, hey, that we're going to get Jordan Clarkson, Malcolm Brogdon, and Yabusele for a combined under $9 million, $10 million.
Yeah, it's a really good summer.
You'd have been doing like backflips. Like, what? Seriously? We didn't have to trade anybody or nothing? We didn't have to lose any draft picks? We didn't have to lose anybody?
Yeah.
We're just getting upgrades to our bench? I mean, sign me up. And I think all the best case scenario happened for this is what Leon Rose has been wanting, and it's all fallen into place. So now this is a big turning point. Like, I mean, there are a couple of young guys I'd like to see in the mix too, that we talked about. But like I've always said, if it comes down to winning the chip, bye, boys. Love you. I mean, I'm 50, bro. Freezie and I have been waiting long enough. I'm not, no offense to you younger fans. I know we want to worry about the future too, but
I'm lost. I'm lost in. I was on a thing. I had a point, but I'm lost. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying that hey, it's not. It may not be about Landry Shamet. Like I think this is something bigger than Landry Shamet. I think this is not about fitting Landry Shamet into the roster. Like this isn't some sudden. This is something they've been working on for a long time.
yeah,
This is something they've been working on.
This what though is what you're
this situation that we're end up with the roster is not a Landry Shamet issue. It was an issue that they're trying to get something else done. They're trying to get.
But Chris, this what at the back of the roster thing.
Signing Landry Shamet and Malcolm Brogdon. I don't think it's a new problem. Like it's not something that, hey, by some chance the Knicks found themselves in a situation and that they're gonna have to choose who they have to give up. I think they've been working on something and they know that in the end they'll be able to sign those two people. I don't think they're choosing one of those two kids to sacrifice for one of those two kids. There's something else they've been working on that they know in the end they'll be able to sign those two people.
Yeah, because in the end, I agree with Freezie that it's not a good look if all we did was take on Landry Shamet and make a spot by getting rid of the young guys for nothing, just to put a guy on the roster. We could have got on the roster.
Horrible.
For nothing anyway.
It's horrible look. It's a horrible look. That's why I don't think they would do it.
That's why I think Landry Shamet's only that worst case scenario last roster spot idea, like to me.
Yeah, I think there's something else brewing. Just how, last year with Randall ultimately got traded, but when we heard the details, like, oh nah, they offered Randall at the draft. They were offering the whole summer. Like they may be working on something for the whole summer. And they know in the end they'll get something done. But in the end, those people will get signed, but it has nothing to do with trying to get Landry Shamet onto the roster by any means necessary.
Yeah, and if it comes down to like the big thing they're thinking about is, there's tough conversations to talk about. Josh Hart. And I know it was just a preseason game, but the flow of our team looked like we were flowing pretty good, even without him there. I mean, we look good without OG. I mean, could this team be a plug and play team? As long as you have really good, competent professional players that have above average talent,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with that being said, if this is the Mitch we're going to get all year and he stays healthy all year, we're going to have to pay this dude. And Josh's money frees up the money to pay him and bring in a viable wing as well. Because that money will be available, because to me, the only thing that I'm willing to lose any players for at this point is another wing.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing we're a little bit thin at.
Yeah.
I think like a bigger wing, you know.
Yeah.
But
I think coach is watching. I think coach is watching. My thing is like, hey, if there's anything to trade for, it's a wing with size. I can't have another 6'4" wing. Like, yeah.
That's why these conversations to me are like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because how do we say trade away young wings and ball handlers to bring in a wing and maybe a ball handler that's going to be your 14th and 15th player?
No, I'm not talking 14, 15.
Okay.
I'm not talking 14, 15. Like,
Okay.
I think those 14, 15 inconsequential. Like,
Okay.
You know what I mean? If it's not going to make a difference, don't do it. Why are you trading? Like,
so where is that person? Just to follow what you're saying. So if they're looking to make a trade, where is that person going to be slotted at? Approximately, I'm asking. Because we won't know exactly, but approximately where was that person going to fit in the rotation?
well, 8, 9.
That'd be a top 8 rotation guy.
It has to be a top 8.
Okay.
It has to be somebody who's, squarely in the top 8.
So what are you going to do with Josh Hart?
No, I think Josh is a big part of this team.
So I'm lost in because you're going to have to bring a primary ball handler off the bench, right? And you're going to bring Deuce off the bench, and you're going to bring Josh off the bench, and Josh is probably that 8th person, right?
I'm not assuming Mitch is the starter. Like a lot of people, I'm not assuming. I'm not going to assume Mitch is the starter.
I just can't follow. It's like I don't know. I don't know if y'all are intentionally muddy in the water, so I can't follow.
No,
or if this just don't make sense.
Well, there's way too many. There's way too many guards.
Right. It should be clear. If you're making a move, it's not going to be a back end of the rotation guy. It's going to be a guy off the bench that's going to play every night. Then who is he replacing? That should be like. I feel like. Because I was following, because as soon as y'all say 8,
I think Shamet's situational. I don't think Shamet's a rotation guy.
Right.
I think someone gets injured, hey, Shamet's the guy. But I think he's situational.
But only injuries, though. I get it. I'm following. But
and to me, the most.
So if Yabusele is a guy.
Yeah.
Right. If Deuce and Yabusele and Jordan Clarkson are guys and Josh Hart are a guy, right? That's 4 guys off the bench, and you bring in another guy. Like, who's going to be replaced in that Clarkson, Deuce, Yabusele, Josh Hart, or whoever the non-starter is? Like, who's going to be replaced? Are you replacing Mitchell Robinson now? Is that what you're saying?
I think Mitch is a 15 to 18 minute player. I don't think he's a 25, 27 minute player.
Based on what though?
Based on history. Just based on history. Like, when he's played a lot of minutes, he hasn't been healthy. He hasn't been healthy, period. But you expect to play him 20-something minutes a game and he be there in playoff time?
You asking? Is that rhetorical? You asking me or is that
rhetorically? I'm asking you. Like, are you gonna play him big minutes and expect him to be there at the end of the year?
I mean, I'm hopeful.
I mean, but he hasn't done it. Like, he hasn't.
No, I know. I'm leery too. That's been my knock on Mitch. The only reason why I haven't wanted to count on him, and I've been willing to not get rid of him, but I talk about him in trades because just his injury thing. That's all. I've never had a problem with his play. You know.
But the thing about Mitch, that's what gets people fired. Like, it's things happen in the NBA season. Anybody can get injured. But if someone's history is saying they ain't gonna make it, and then you put them in a situation and they still don't make it, that's on the person who put the team together.
Right.
Like, there's a certain amount of risk, and I think playing Mitch 20-something is like a risk too far. That's hope and a prayer. That's like, yeah, you don't do that and expect things to go right.
First, they coming for you, bro. They coming for you in the chat. And like, we might put Fritz in the penalty box. Yo, I told you, man, Fritz is a live white. I just can't follow the thing. To me is like 3-card Monty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are we talking about like bringing in a guy that's going to be in the rotation, a guy off the bench, and then when we ask, like, well, what position is he going to play on the bench? Like, what's he going to do? And then we're like, well, we're going to change the starters. And then we say, well, if we change the starters, then who's going to come off the bench? And then we're like, well, okay, if that person's coming off the bench, how does that? It's just, to me, it's 3-card Monty, bro.
Yeah.
Like either it's definitive or it's speculation.
Right. See, in my eyes, we can't keep more of those players. Like, it's in my eyes, it's Shamet or Mathews, not both of them.
No, I see people talking about both. I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. Who's gonna play?
Like, even Brogdon, like, because what he showed me ball handling wise, I'm like, we got to keep this dude. Like, some of them passes he was doing, he's just a vet. His career path and the age he's at now and the stage he is in his career, he's that veteran on the bench on every championship team you see. Like, the old starting point guards that used to start and had their own teams, but then they became the bench anchor on a championship team, like when they got older. Like, that could be the rest of Brogdon's legacy. You know, that's fine with me because it'll be on the Knicks.
I think, let me say this, because I think we're moving along kind of fast, like with like assumptions. Like, if Mitch is a 15 to 18 minute player, then what person is going to play the other 12 to 15 minutes that Mitchell Robinson's not going to play at center?
It's Cat,
Yabusele.
So if Cat does that, then who's going to play the other minutes that Cat's not going to play at the jumbo whatever position?
There's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot of Yabusele.
I think that's what.
If Yabusele is now playing more minutes than Mitchell Robinson, right? Because Yabusele's probably going to play about 15 to 20 minutes, and if he and Mitchell Robinson are playing the same amount of minutes, that means the other person next to Cat is going to there is 15 to 20 minutes out there, and I'm asking who that person is going to be. Is that the mystery person that y'all said is going to come off the bench? Is that the wing player that y'all talking about? I'm just asking, just to follow.
Hey, if that's what Leon wants to do, or that's what Leon wants to do, I can't put a definitive.
This wasn't about.
I can say, hey, this is what I can say.
Leon. This was us three speculating about what we thought the Knicks was going to do. It wasn't about me.
I'm not on the exact same page as what Fritz is saying. I'm saying the only way you can justify taking a shift away from the young kids and leaving a Shamet or someone else on the roster, you have to replace someone in the rotation of a higher value and quality that we already have. Like, that's the only way that move, to me, makes sense.
Okay.
Otherwise, Shamet has no right being on this roster. Period. I'd rather have Mo Diawara and Dadier and them guys. They're just as close to contributing, and they contribute more than what Shamet can for what this team needs. Like, because to me, Diawara and Dadier both fill a jumbo wing for us that we don't have right now. And I think we've already seen we have a coach right now that's going to be willing to throw them guys in the mix a little bit. You know, that's why, to me, Shamet, why we wasting our time with him? I just don't.
I think Shamet's a nice break in case of emergency. Like, I don't think you really want to be in a situation. What was it? 2 years ago, there was guys at the end of the roster that we had no clue.
Yeah,
we had guys who literally, when they got traded here, it was like, "Hey, don't look for me to be playing."
Right. Yeah. One of them was injured. One of them had the cast on his arm all season. Charlie Brown Jr.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's the thing that I'm getting at. Like, legitimately, are we going to put Mike Brown in a situation where he looks at the end of the bench in a blowout? And mind you, Chet, follow along what I'm saying, right? This is not me saying the sky is falling. This is a practical matter. Say in a blowout, either way, Knicks up by 40 or down by 40, you want to get your starters off their feet, right? To get them, you know there's no comeback, whether it's us coming back or the other team coming back, right? And you look down at the end of your bench and you look down there and you see Garrison Mathews and Matt Ryan. Is that what you want?
No.
Coach, is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, I like Garrison Mathews. I think I wouldn't mind him being there, but not both of them.
That's what I'm trying to wrap my mind around. Do you trade away a late first round pick draftee and an early second round pick draftee so that in a blowout you can look down at the end of your bench and see Matt Ryan wearing a strong safety number and Garrison Mathews, Gary Bird? Is that what we're actually doing here?
No, we're not fighting for that. Like, that's
no.
Mm-mm.
I want to see Hakeem Dadier go in and Huck 40 and them guys.
Yeah,
the title of my video is all this drama for Landry Shamet. Like, nah, all this drama ain't for Landry Shamet, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand it. The thing is like, because I understand what most fans want. Most fans want the roster to be as airtight as possible going into an 82 game schedule. And what I'm telling most fans is that when they submit their 18-man roster with including the three 2As, right? That roster is not set. That's just to start the season. They're going to be tinkering with this roster all year up to the trade deadline, and then up until where you could the last day that you can sign guys that could be active on your playoff roster. When you break camp, when you legitimately break camp, the front office doesn't go on vacation. That's what I'm saying. Like legit, like a lot of people are hitting me up with the, man, you got to trade the kids because what happens if we send Shamet to the G League and the Pacers sign him? And I'm telling you, so what? Are you legit tossing and turning in your bed right now over the thought of Landry Shamet going to the G League for the Knicks, and then the Clippers give him a 10-day contract, and he just goes plays with the Lakers or Clippers for 10 days and come back? Is that what's having you losing sleep at night? But like legitimately, I think all season, all off season, all I've been hearing is, "Hey man, in Leon we trust." And then now we sit here and say, "Hey, nah, man, I don't know who the fifth starter is going to be, man. We got to trade these kids, man." And saying the opposite of "in Leon we trust." Because I see y'all like, you know, like for instance, I'm gonna click on this, right? Sherwin has been acting weird all night, right? Like legit, Sherwin has been like weird with comments all night, right? Sherwin puts, "We're trying to win a championship. Mathews is a keeper." Sherwin legit is telling y'all that if we don't have Garrison Mathews, we're not winning a championship. Chat, is that the way y'all read it? We're trying to win a championship. Mathews is a keeper. So if we don't keep Garrison Mathews, then we're not winning the championship. Fritz, is that what you see also? Like if like we're trying to win a championship, Mathews is a keeper. Is that where we are?
No, like I don't think some of these guys are that.
I think he might be referring to his skill set, maybe.
But
nah, he said his name. He said his name, bro. Because here's the thing, Coach. If he says, because I think we all agree the Knicks need more volume 3-point shooters, right?
Yeah.
That's the reason. That's the gist of all this conversation. The Knicks need more guys that will shoot that three when they get in the game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But we're not saying that. We're saying these guys by name. And and there's a difference. Like if we're saying that the Knicks need more 3-point shooters, I'm gonna say to you, there's more than one way to get more 3-point shooters. Mike Brown told you himself, like, "Hey, listen, this is what we're gonna do to create more 3-point shots. We know we need to shoot the three more. We know we need to play faster. This is what we're working on doing." And fans are telling me, "Oh no, whatever Mike Brown's saying is not really relevant. We need to sign Landry Shamet." I don't get it. I think we're at a point I can't wait till the season start either. Right? Legit. I want the season to start as quickly as possible so that we can win this championship. But the season is 82 games, and you got to win at least 16 games in the playoffs in order to be the champ before you lose 4 out of 7. So it's one of those deals. I think we have to embrace this 100+ game marathon in order to get to the championship. But like I was telling Todd Barbie wanted me to talking about. I think Todd Barbie wanted me to trade Jalen Brunson or so, whatever he was saying. Trade something like, because we got to keep Brogdon, Garrison Mathews, Landry Shamet, and something, right? And I'm like, man, not for these guys, bro. not for these guys. Coach, you know how I can solve this issue? You know, I can end the conversation with one suggestion. You know, I can do that, right? Like, it's like, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? Find out what player it makes on the Knicks makes about $2.2, $2.3, $2.4 million. Right? Put a package together with draft picks that you'll be using in this upcoming draft. Right? Put a player in a trade, whoever it is. Right? Basically, what I'm saying is trade Tyler Kolek and picks for Keon Ellis. Would you be comfortable with that?
Yeah, that's the kind of things that
Fritz, would you be comfortable with that? Trading
Sacramento
Tyler
wouldn't
Kolek
be,
and picks for Keon Ellis?
Sacramento wouldn't be, but
for draft picks?
No. They turned down like multiple trades for Keon Ellis already.
Oh,
first round picks.
Okay.
I mean, if the Knicks can get multiple first round picks, maybe they can get multiple first round picks.
Nobody giving no
But-
multiple first round picks.
But
for
they've
no
been
two
offered.
coming off the bench.
But they've been offered like.
Yeah. That's the thing.
I'll take Dalton Connect from the Lakers.
Right, Coach. This is what I'm saying. Like the guys we're talking about, these guys shoot 38, 39% from three in their best year, right? Keon Ellis shot like 42% from three. Why we wasting time? He already played for Mike Brown, right? Like what? Why are we like playing around with this thing? If this is indeed your question, why not find out indeed what your answer is? Or if this is the question, we have more fun kicking around the question than actually finding the answer for it, which I'm cool with that too. I know that's how it is, right? It's like when I ask Coach who's the greatest running back of all time. I already know who it is. It's just fun talking about it, right? We all know it's Walter Payton, right? It's just more fun just having a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Coach told me the other day, I think, Coach, was it you or somebody else that says TLC's Waterfalls is like the greatest R&B song ever? Was that you?
Wow,
Was that somebody else?
That's wow.
I would have been on team overrated. Wow.
Right. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. If there's a legit a question to be answered, are we gonna try to find the answer to it? Or are we just gonna talk it to death? Like you're not, Coach. Like you're not somebody get a flat tire and they're like three dudes walking around the car, and nobody went to the trunk yet.
I mean, yeah.
But there's like so many paths.
And this is where I do kind of agree with Sherman. No offense, to you or anyone else. Right now, Kolek, Dottie, and Huck Porty are doo-doo. What have they done? What have they proved? What is their real worth to other teams? Like, are we evaluating them because they're our homegrown guys? Like, how much worth do these guys really have? Are we stuck with them? You know what I mean? Like, that's what we got to think about.
At the same time, you have to know when to deal them, because they didn't get time last year. If they got time last year, they would be worth more than they're worth now.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be the one to make that point.
Do you want to sell low? Do you want to sell low on a guy, or do you want to give him a little bit of value before you ship him out?
The thing is, think about some of the younger guys we've let go lately. They've become pretty heavy contributors at other teams. And I know we got some great returns on a few of them, obviously with OG,
Mm-hmm.
But guys like Toppin and RJ quickly, the ham sandwich, Grimes, like if we kept them on the team, could they have developed into those that good for us? Those are thoughts that you think about. And if all we do is pass on our youth because we've had bad luck developing them, then this is the way we're an anomaly right now. Like, because no other team in the NBA right now that's won a championship the last however many years, I got to go back and look. But we're going to be the outlier. Like, if and when we win, we're going to change the whole NBA again. Oh, look how the Knicks did it. Now we're all going to copy the Knicks. Because the formula right now, who's been winning, are teams that drafted their guys. And then brought in a few pieces.
But Knicks fans want Garrison Mathews. Garrison Mathews is going to win us a championship.
Yeah.
No, he's that much better than Landry Shamet.
Bro, these you're right. Hey, and Fritz, here's the thing, right? Here's my thing with it. It's probably not the thing, but here's my thing, right? I don't even think it's as simple as Garrison Mathews is a shooter. I don't think it's as simple as Landry Shamet is a shooter, right? I legitimately think the Knicks are looking for people that are going to fit in this culture that the Knicks have and be in lockstep with the process. Because if the Knicks were looking for a three-point shooter, right, for a high volume three-point shooter, if they were looking for that and would sacrifice defense for a high volume three-point shooter, why were there not even a sniff of Seth Curry? True. Seth Curry signed with Golden State after we brought in all these dudes.
Yeah. And can play multiple positions.
And Seth Curry is a career. I think at this moment, I'm not for sure, and I know it's gonna sound ridiculous, but at this moment, I think he has a higher career three-point percentage than his brother Steph Curry.
He does.
Right.
He does. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like, if it were just a thing of we gotta fill the back end of the roster with a veteran, right? We gotta fill it with a veteran that's a three-point shooter. Then why not bring in a guy that's legitimately a high volume three-point shooter? That legit has played in high leverage and existed in high leverage situations, like Brooklyn when he was there with Durant and all them guys.
Yeah. Not only that, he's used to like not playing consistently, coming in cold, and have to do his thing, and then go sit down. Because not everybody can do everything. Like, some players need to play every day.
Because that's the other factor we're not thinking about. The guys that Knicks fans want, we can't afford that guy unless you get rid of somebody that's worth what he's worth. And so that's where Josh Hart comes to play. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to get the value that we're getting out of Clarkson, Yabusele, and possibly Brogdon at the salary points we're getting them at. You can't get better deals than that in the NBA. You ain't going to get players of these caliber for the salary.
And Coach, I think that the easy answer to my question, right? Because I want to answer to my question. I don't just want to talk you to death. I'm tired of it, right? I'm tired of my question, right? If the answer to the question is, what does Deuce McBride have to do with all this? Right? Now, when you put what at the beginning, it generally signifies a question, but in this case, it's not a question, it's a statement. What Deuce McBride has to do with all this, right? The thing is, if Deuce were the guy that could come in and defend and play multiple positions and shoot the three, then we would even be having a conversation about the guys at the end of the bench. The thing is that we know certain guys on a roster have flaws, and we have to make up for the guys on a roster. And even Cat's defense, right? Jalen Brunson's defense to a certain extent, Mikal Bridges' lack of three-point aggression. All these that we know, no NBA player is perfect. And so I don't want to pretend like they are, because they're not. And so you build out your roster with 15 to 18 guys, if you want to include the two ways, and whoever you have in the G League or whatever, you fill out your roster to have a complete roster. That's basically what it is. And so if Deuce were that guy, Malcolm Brogdon wouldn't even be here. Coach, is that unfair to Deuce?
No, I mean, it's if they were all in and believed in Deuce 100% as much as some of we do as fans, they would not have brought in Clarkson. They would not brought in Brogdon.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have drafted Kolek.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real.
And I like Deuce, by the way, everybody. This is not me bashing Deuce. I like Deuce. But I also like the other players on the Knicks roster. I don't want to pick one Knicks player over the other and throw a Knick to the wolves for the sake of protecting one of my favorite Knicks players. Right? Like legit, if you ask me would I trade Deuce McBride for Keon Ellis, I would do it right now. And I know it's not popular, but you know what Keon Ellis does? He defends. He knocks down free throws. He's cool with his role. He can start or come off the bench. And he shoots 43% from three on high volume. Or I thought it was high volume. It may not be high volume. I'll find out for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Keon Ellis is cool with Mike Brown. Because
did you talk to him?
No, because even the problem was that he didn't want to give the young guys the reins, and when Keon Ellis starting, now Mike Brown is acting like he didn't really wanted to do it. He didn't really want, like he didn't. He said it was kind of forced on him. Like I'm like, he didn't see that as like the next evolution of the team.
Okay,
which is weird because his contract is coming up, and like it didn't make sense. Just the way he handled Keon Ellis. That's one of the reasons he ain't there. It's just weird how he handled that situation.
Because I followed it closely, and I heard the same thing about Malik Monk wanting to be the starter and beef with Malik Monk and Mike Brown at the two guard. So because basically I joked around with Fritz just now about that, because we basically they have the dude, what's his name, Red Velvet, Red Rocket, Red Revolver, the dude Kevin Herter. Yeah,
Herter's on the Bulls. He's on the Bulls.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, but even I was hearing something about him, them not wanting to start him either. When he was there,
Yeah, but then look at what Sacramento did. They brought in Schroeder. They have Devin Carter. So
they don't like him either. They were shopping him too.
I know. And so, like, how much do they value Keon Ellis? They haven't extended him yet.
No, which is
So, he might.
It's Sacramento. If you're going to spend brain cells on trying to figure out what the Sacramento Kings are doing, bro, you have more luck trying to figure out what the New York Jets are doing, bro. It's the same organization. They just wear different colors. Like they have no clue how to put one foot in front of the other, bro. Like legit no clue. So and like to solve the issue, like if we're talking like, hey man, we got to trade these young kids in order to insulate ourselves from what guys on the roster can't do, that's cool, because every GM, front office, everybody does that. Coaches do that. Like if a guy can't do a certain thing well, but he is valuable, then you bring in another guy that complements that guy. Right? It's just the history of team sports.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? It's just what it is. Right? Like for instance, Coach, can you name a receiver that played with Earl Campbell? No, right? Because
I'd have to really think.
They legit gave that man the ball 500 times a year. They didn't need receivers, basically. I think one dude name is Mel Renfro. I think that's.
Yeah, I was gonna say Renfro.
Yeah.
It may be like Haywood Jeffrey's first year, maybe, or something. I don't even think he was around that long.
Hey, man.
Oh.
All right, but that's the point. That's the point I'm getting. Like Mikal Bridges is a perfect complement for Jalen Brunson, right? Like Jalen Brunson is a decent defender Now he's shown in preseason he can be a decent defender. We'll see how long or how that holds up over the course of an 82-game schedule. But Mikal Bridges is the opposite player of Brunson, so they complement each other like peanut butter and chocolate, right? And then you have OG Anunoby and Cat are two separate players. One is a defensive-minded athlete with offensive upside, and the other is a offensively skilled athlete, and his defense is optional most nights.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So when we have the conversation about, hey, what can Deuce do versus what Deuce can't do, I understand the conversation about maybe bringing in guys to be complementary to him, right? But are you really going to move 1, 2, 3 players to bring in that guy for him to be complementary to what Deuce McBride doesn't do?
Nope.
I mean, a 6'2" guard should be able to at least shadow the point of attack if they're not an elite defender, at least get you in the offense, and at least knock down open three-pointers and create some for others. And Deuce hadn't proven that he can do that consistently yet. And even in this preseason game, Fritz has seen it. He's seen us on Playback TV. Coach Malpica has seen this also. We often get uneven Deuce. And this preseason is a classic example. The first preseason game, we get good Deuce. The second preseason game, Deuce disappears. Coach, did you see Deuce McBride's numbers for game 2 of the preseason? Fritz, did you see him?
It's just like
not good.
Regular old Deuce.
That's why.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, I was gonna say it's like the blasphemy of it's holding players accountable, regardless how much we like them or not. It's like after a while, even as a coach, Mike Brown has no allegiance to Deuce McBride.
Mm-mm.
He has no. What Mike Brown cares about is this: winning basketball games and keeping his job.
Yeah.
I think that's what we all do when we go to work. Everybody that has a job is trying to do.
Yeah.
Trying to do
Deuce McBride ain't helping him win games.
But
Deuce is going to get less minutes because look at who they brought in.
But I think a lot of people
you think Clarkson and Brogdon look at Deuce and be like, this dude ain't playing in front of me. Like they don't. Like they can all play together. I'm not pooping on Deuce. I'm not deucing on Deuce. Okay, that's not what I'm doing. I want him to succeed, but he's been here long enough. The training wheels are off. The excuses are done. The same with Mitch. The same with Josh. The same with all of them. Like anyone that's been here more than a year or two, your grace period's over with me, bro. Like, contribute or move on hell on and get out of the way. That's just where I'm at.
But Coach, I think a lot of people look at Mike Brown dapping him up and bigging him up and say, hey, he's safe.
That's what good coaches do. Like, if you're a coach, you're gonna dab up your team. You're gonna be happy regardless of if it's the guy that's gonna make the roster or not. Like, you're gonna be happy. The guys you played contributed to the success of the game you're in. So he's the type that's gonna be happy about guys making good plays. You know, don't mean he don't get traded tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah. No, because I've definitely heard on some other programs like, yo, Deuce is safe. He ain't getting traded. Like, Coach loves him. Like,
I hope Deuce is safe. I hope he's safe. Too. But even with East Blue, the thing is, and East Blue Drew, the reason why like I'm drawn into this, like y'all know, I legit would not rather. My preference would be to talk about like basketball on the court. Right, but every night we get drawn into like the whatever it is that y'all want to talk about part, right? Like East Blue Drew legit says, we haven't played one regular season game, and I absolutely agree. But what's good for the goose has to be good for the gander. You legit can't, if that's the statement, then we can't legitimately criticize Pacom Dadier, Kev McCullough, Tyler Kolek, Ariel Hukporty, and all of them if we have not played one regular season game yet. I just don't think it's fair.
Yeah, real meaningful minutes in a game, not like end of the game garbage time.
Right. I think it's in fairness, in my heart, I want all the current Knicks to be here. And I don't even want to judge them. I want to legitimately judge them after the season is over. Whenever the season ends, I want to reflect on what occurred. Right. I don't want to criticize them and not extended criticism. Of course, they take a bad shot, they miss an easy shot, they blow inside. Of course, we're gonna say something. But I'm talking about like an in-depth criticism. I don't want to have an in-depth criticism of every Knick every night. That's not my thing. And like if somebody misses a free throw they should have made, of course we're gonna react to it. Right. But in terms of where we are, like what's been happening is, and the reason why the conversation is uneven is because we are hypocritical about some that we like and others that we don't know if we like them yet. Like Pacom Dadier, for most Knicks fans, is a player that they don't know if they like him yet, right? Mo Diawara is a player that most Knicks fans don't know if they're going to like him yet because they haven't seen him enough. He's a rookie, right? And so, but when we have these conversations of, hey man, Pacom Dadier's trash, Tyler Kolek's trash, Mo Diawara just running around. Mo Diawara, yo, coach, somebody told me Mo Diawara just running around. He don't even do nothing. All he do is eat cardio. Like seriously? Mo Diawara is cardio guy. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Mo Diawara is cardio. Mo Diawara is not impactful, is what I'm hearing. The Mo Diawara, there are some Mo Diawara lovers, but the Mo Diawara haters, bro, are strong, bro. Like he just running around, he don't do nothing. Like even when he get wide open threes, he don't take them. The criticism I like Mo Diawara, right? I wish he could be more impactful, handle some more, even start to initiate offense because you look at him and you see some upside there, right? But is he being used to as that? Is he an old school open floor wing player? Nah, it's looking like he's going to be a jumbo wing, spot up 3-point shooter, limited skill set guy, dribble handoff, no dribble penetration to the rim, none of that. That's what he's looking like right now. And when there's like 4 or 5 people, and I'm shocked because the majority of the people I speak to about Mo Diawara, they like, hey man, I might like him more than I like Pacom Dadier. And Chet, and be honest with me, I don't keep receipts like that, right? If you feel like if you like Mo Diawara better than you like Pacom Dadier, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Yo, we don't judge here. It's a judgment-free zone. Like, I'm not legit like taking names or taking pictures of screenshots and all that stuff. If you like Diawara more than you like Pacom Dadier, just say so in the chat. You ain't got to be afraid. We all people here. Like, I'm not legit gonna run over to like, and throw people under the bus. It's just a part of the conversation.
I can't make that distinction yet because they're both incomplete. They have an I right now. They don't even have a grade for me yet.
Right.
Because they both haven't played significant real minutes in the NBA. In a real scenario.
Rookies. Yeah.
And they're both young. I think they're both worth developing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because them guys don't grow on trees, man. Them 6'9", 6'10" guys that can get up and down the court and actually can stop and shoot.
Coach, my man Sean. I got a homeboy Sean. He's 6'11". He fell off the back of a pickup truck, bro. Dude, I'm telling y'all, dude 6'11" that can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time is rare.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we haven't had, like, usually the guys this size are not doing what they're doing.
Right.
On this team. Like, we haven't had skilled guys at that height and weight and athleticism. And you can throw McCullough in there too.
Right.
He ain't little. He's he's older than them, you know. So obviously his upside's a little different. You know, him and Kolek both. Technically, they're a little older for quote unquote being young guys, you know.
Right.
How old is Huck 40?
22. He just turned 22, 21, 22, something like that.
Yeah, see, like those are. I'm tired of. I hate to say this because I'm 50 myself, but young guys in the NBA aren't 25 anymore. When you say you got young guys, you're supposed to be talking about them 20, 21-year-olds. Those are the young guys. Like 25, we already supposed to be seeing something. You should be contributing already. Right. Otherwise, you late, you behind.
Right. Yeah, and so I get your point, and so the point that I'm making is like, I know there's a lot of speculation out there, and it's easy to take one Knicks player and put him against another Knicks player, right? And my thing is, and I know it's gonna sound soft, but I'm asking y'all why? Why are we putting one Knick against another Knick? Like, for what? Like, we legit haven't even played a regular season game yet.
Yeah, it's just something that like our fan base does. Like, even when we had Randall here, you had people wanting to see Obi more. You know, it's like, why are we?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Everyone can eat, bro. You know, there's plenty of minutes, there's plenty of shots. You know, I mean, the minutes are getting slimmer now. Think about how crazy a season out of one season our wishes and wonders become. We went from trying to figure out who would we even rotate in as the seventh or eighth guy to now we're wondering how we can get 10 guys minutes. Like that. It happened like that.
Right. Now we don't even have enough jerseys, bro. We got dudes out here wearing 37. I saw a dude wearing number 51 the other day, bro. And we got so many quality NBA players. Dudes is legit out here wearing center fielder numbers. All right, dudes out here got Willie McGee number. Like, really, that's where we at right now, bro. We got so many quality players. Dudes are wearing Chuck Cecil's number, bro. And I know y'all know who Chuck Cecil is. I'm just throwing a random dude out there. But yeah, man. One of the things though, I had a
Joey Browner.
People out here wearing Joey Browner.
47.
Where is it? I had a topic from the other day. Okay. Bench and depth will the supporting cast matter more than ever? Chad, this is what I wanted to ask y'all the other day. What did you think about that, Coach?
Yeah. It's going to matter in so many ways because what the supporting cast is going to create for us is our starters and our core is going to get more, proper rest. They're not going to be running to the ground. And us as fans we're going to have that sense of, oh man, you know what? The starters, a couple of them are taking a break. Man, I'm excited to see so-and-so light it up. Like it used to be when the bench came in this past year. God, I hope we can hold on to this lead. Hope we don't give the lead up. You know,
Right.
and this year, it went from a weakness last year to a strength this year. I think our bench is going to be so fire as far as scoring and creating other opportunities that we're going to extend leads. Or if our starters had a slow start, we're going to catch up against the other team's bench. You know, I think it's going to be a strength this year. And as a Knicks team, our best bench we've ever had was probably 2 years ago when 3 of them became starters because of injuries. You know, technically that was our best bench, you know, because in the end they were the ones playing because of injury, you know.
Right.
But if we all stayed healthy that year, you know, bringing in Brogdon and Hardaway and all that, like that was, we had a quality bench that year. Unfortunately, the injury bug, you know. So that feeling I had then is like, oh man, you know, we got a good bench. You know, I was looking forward to having that feeling of, you know, man, our starters are good, our bench is good, but we never had that feeling because the injuries kicked in. And now this year, well, then last year we had the bench situation we had. And like I said, yeah, I just think it's going to be a strength.
Okay. I'm in a weird spot with it.
All right.
Because I think the bench and depth are different. Right. I know bench and depth and role player, all those terms usually go together. I'm gonna look at this. Like I'm gonna ask Coach this. Coach, how do you feel about our scoring depth? Like can you name our top 5 bucket getters?
Yeah, Cat Brunson, Jordan Clarkson, Bridges, OG,
Right.
Deuce,
Mm.
when he feels like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about in depth. Like when I think about depth, I'm thinking like, how much defensive depth do we have? Like Deuce, OG is the best defender in the league, right? In my opinion.
Yeah.
You got Deuce, OG, Bridges is probably
Mitch.
a top defender. I'm getting there. I'm
Oh,
getting
my
there,
bad.
bro. I'm getting it. Mitch, you got Mitch off the bench. I don't know if I think Malcolm Brogdon is a very underrated defender. I think he's better than Josh Hart right now. Right. And there's no knock on Josh, right? Again, this is not me putting one Nick over the other. This is just me making a statement, right? I think Brogdon is probably, in terms of wing defenders, I think he's probably right now the 3rd best wing defender. Right. And then when you talk about, I think Alex Len is probably the most solid big man defender behind, or Trey Jemison, those two. Alex Len and Trey Jemison. I think both of those are solid defenders behind Mitch. I don't think Huck Porty's a defender like that. I just don't think he's got the mindset for it.
Yeah. He's just an athlete that can get up and block though sometimes, you know.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's what. So when I think depth, and this is not a trick question, it's actually something me and Cowboy Bob were talking about the other day. So Chet, if it's a little deceptive, man, y'all pardon me because I copied and pasted it, just to save it. But
Okay. Now if I think Hart, when he defends the kind of guys he's supposed to defend, he's a pretty good defender.
Okay.
A lot of times we remember some of the positions he was in. He was defending out of position a lot.
Right.
You know, I think he can defend other small wings and shooting guards in this league. You know, but when you got to put him on Jaylen Brown or Tatum or someone like that, you can't expect Josh Hart to defend them guys.
Yeah, nobody can guard those guys.
Yeah,
bro.
no one.
Yeah.
But, you know, you put him on Nemhard. You put him on guys like he can defend Mitchell. He's probably gonna get cooked here and there, but he can. I think athletic wise, he can defend Mitchell.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if we'll do that, but I'm just thinking of the other contenders this year. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think about like can Josh Hart defend Jaden Ivey?
No. No, stop it, bro. They're the same height and measurement, right? The same height and weight. No, they're not. Yeah, no, they're not the same type player, bro.
Can he defend Suggs or Anthony Black?
No. Now I'd be willing to move all them guys for Anthony Black, bro. For Anthony Black, I'd be willing to move Clarkson, all those minimum contract dudes, and all our draft picks for Anthony Black right now. Like salary match. I'm like, hey man, whatever you want, I don't care. What you want Pankam Dadier and Mo Diawara and Ariel Hook-Porty and Tyler Kolek and some draft picks? Sure, okay, what? I don't care. But man, yeah. Because you're talking about a dude that can guard like 1s, 2s, 3s, can match with some 4s. I don't want to put Anthony Black in the post because he's still a guard. But
indirectly, you've put out something for the Josh Hart fans out there. What is Josh Hart's real worth?
Josh Hart, Josh Hart is a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
And you won't know his true worth until you need something.
Right, exactly.
Like with a Swiss Army knife, you don't know what it, because just by he's just gonna be like, you don't know what you're gonna need until you need it, and then you ask Josh and he's gonna provide it. Right? The only thing that he does as a Swiss Army knife, or doesn't do as a Swiss Army knife, is shoot 3-pointers at high volume. Right now, if he did that, you wouldn't be able to afford him.
That's like a Swiss Army knife without the toothpick.
I know, attachment. Like what good is it, right?
Yeah, you gotta have that little white plastic sword.
Yeah. And no disrespect to Josh, because I think Josh is a fantastic player, and I also agree. I think Josh Hart is an NBA starter. The only thing about Josh Hart, though, is the thing where you have to add complementary players. Like Josh Hart legit is a 6'4" jumbo wing, which is like saying jumbo shrimp, right? Like, how can it be a jumbo shrimp?
Like, yeah.
When shrimp means little.
I'm the biggest ant in the world.
The biggest ant in the world.
But you still an ant, bro.
You still an ant, bro. You ever saw that movie Ant-Man? When he was calling all the ants by different ant names.
Yeah.
Antonio. He's like, yeah. So, yeah, man. So, hey, man, I gotta go because we got county council today, and my homeboy passed away tonight, which is sad. I gotta reach out to I texted him. I didn't call him. I texted him. I'll probably call him in a few minutes, man, to check on my guys, man, to make sure everything all right. So I'm gonna get an early start. Get an early start on some stuff, man. Everybody listen, I'm gonna try to do the Knicks at Night podcast tomorrow night. If not, y'all know the reason why is because I probably got overwhelmed with a whole bunch of stuff. But Knicks at Night podcast most weeknights at 11. Trying to do it every night, but we had this thing happen, so I don't know how tomorrow's schedule is gonna be. I'm gonna say this to y'all though. For all my people in the chat, everybody listening, hey man, make sure you show and tell people you love them and appreciate them, because you don't know when you're not going to be able to get the chance, right? So just make sure y'all do that. So, and then even on that, when I tell y'all that I appreciate y'all, that comes from a place. Even if our opinions aren't the same on certain topics or whatever, it's not dislike. It's just some nights y'all like peanut butter, and other nights on that same night I might like chocolate. It's like peanut butter and chocolate go together. It's the perfect combination. But sometimes, whatever it is. Thank y'all everybody for coming through, hanging out, man. Peace, everybody.
Peace.